Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode that, it's Get It Like You Live, but we trying not to get it like we live. And I'm trying to do the at Texas to the Nation James, all one word, John Johnson, 9877, all one word, James slash GP4IZ. And we also have it on TikTok, LITE, James Jr. and BB. This is my homegirl, my friend. We trying to make sure everybody know about the streets. And she's going to speak about how it is being homeless, how it is being hungry, everything. So y'all follow her, please. She going to spell her name so y'all know, hey, we following Raylene as well.
How you doing? My name is Raylene, RILENEGUIDRY. I'm here because of Hurricane Katrina. Yes, I am homeless. I've been homeless for a while. It is not easy. It's rough. But day by day, I wake up to see another day that's, more important to me, to the fact to where I can, move on with my day. But it's not easy because, you get either, abused, assaulted, stolen from, it's not easy being on the street because you don't know who really is your friend, who's really not your friend. But one thing too for sure, I don't call it homeless, I call it temporarily camping. Because one thing too for sure, regardless if you're homeless or not, you're still somebody.
Preach, sister.
And another thing too, if you're somebody's friend, regardless if they're homeless or not, you should, turn your back on them when they're, on the streets. But anyways,
Show the love.
like honestly, like eating wise, like, get how you get, you got people that do care about you and will help out. And then, it's sometimes you have to dig in the dumpster, but regardless of the fact, we might be homeless or on the street, but we are survivors regardless of how people see us. We are still somebody. So other than that, I have a dog I have to take care of and myself. I do what I do, but the thing is my dog comes first. The ones who you can probably hear barking, baby Tom was her name. Other than that, my life, I can't even, sit here and say it's been bad because I'm still here on this earth. As long as I wake up and see another day, my life on the streets, yet my situations don't mean nothing to me as long as I wake up and see another day, because everything else is irrelevant to me. Other than that, that's all I can say, because honestly, homeless is not homeless. We're temporary camping. And the thing about that is, because we're homeless, we're still somebody. We might not have what you have. Just because we're on the street, that don't make nobody better than us. Yet too, you have to watch out for some of these men because they see a homeless woman on the street. They want to think, okay, she's homeless, she ain't got nobody. Think we're whores, want to fuck. Other than that, the answer is no to that. I'm not into that. I have a life to live and a dog to take care of. Other than that, just be careful on the street because, you got people on the street that's getting killed, raped, and, shit taken from, like, people steal from me and my dog. And it's crazy that you're on the street, too, but you got to steal dog food and other people homeless shit. And then you call yourself somebody's friend, but yet you treat them like shit. So other than that, as long as I wake up and see another day, everything else that's going on in my life is irrelevant. And I thank y'all, and I need y'all to keep following me and my homeboy on his Instagram and all that. Other than that, y'all have a nice day, a blessed day, and thank you for letting me sit here and explain myself to you.
Sometimes, some folks need to know, you don't know where you're going to put your head at. You don't know when you're going to get another shower. You don't know where your food going to come from unless you get it out of a garbage can. You got to say, hey, you know what? Sometimes we get it like we live, but at the same time, we're trying to get better. We're trying not to get it like we live. So going on, Raylene, and let them know.
And with that, like the shower and all that other stuff, you just have to, just wait for your blessings to come to you. It's okay to ask, but sometimes it's best to just wait for your blessings to come because it's more better if you just let it come to you and you not constantly keep going in. Now showers, like if you can go in the bathroom of a store, restaurant, or behind a building, get a bucket, fill it up with some water, soap, whatever, do what you gotta do. Food, it comes either out the dumpster or if it's given to you, or you get, we stand on the streets or in stores by, panhandling. We have to do what we have to do to survive. But one thing too, for sure, just because we're homeless, it's not nobody's fault but ours. But we do appreciate, your help and your donations and charities to give us money to do what we need. Other than that, showers, they tell us to go to CAM. They got churches out there for us that'll help us and all of that stuff. But it's okay for y'all to, and a blessing that y'all tell us what we need and where we can go to take them and, go to eat. But it's up to us to take, go and do what, y'all telling us to do. Other than that, it's nobody's fault, but ours if we don't take the direction that y'all giving us.
But at the same time, sometimes some of y'all want to actually go and work so you can get a paycheck later or a couple of days, because you want to go somewhere where you can get some change. Now, since the U.S. citizens are more here, since they're getting rid of the immigrant, now we can go get those jobs that U.S. citizens that live here in America that can get. Because, see, they were trying to do it at cheap labor. So think about it, because tell them, hey, I get out there, I cook, I clean, we cut yards, everything. Let them know, love.
And then that too, my homeboy mentioned that. I do help the friends that do, help me when I do need help. I help them clean their house, whatever I need to do. If I need to stay for a night or two, or a little change to get something to eat for me and my dog. But other than that, like he was saying, working, it's okay, to want to do that, but it's not always, it's more easy said than done, because you can go up there and apply for a job and you can seriously, get rejected, or, that you get told something and it's not, what you get told, the truth or whatever. So if you want a job, the best way to start off is helping out around someone, your friends or family's house.
But you know what's good about that, we're going to wrap it up, but what's good about that is because a lot of the immigrants was getting all the jobs that people in the United States should be getting. See, and then talk like Home Depot, all them, not getting out there to the fields and stuff. So we love you. God bless you. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Yes.
Keep your eyes open.
Yes.
Keep your mouth closed. Use it only when you need to. And what you don't know, go on the internet and find out. But this is Raylene on the Homeless PC. Peace out.
Peace out.